whole big thing online, you're kind of making it more difficult for your.
I don't know, but I genuinely do not like fucking men. Like, I genuinely don't. And this is not coming from a place of hurt or bitterness because honestly, nobody did shit to me. Nobody did anything to me, I promise you. But I literally couldn't imagine being in a relationship right now with a man. Like, I couldn't imagine it. I don't want you to touch me. I don't want to have sex with you. I don't want to cook for you. I don't want to pour into you. I don't want to text you all day. I don't want to pretend like I care about what you ate. I genuinely don't want anything to do with pouring into a man at this point in my life. And it's not coming from a place of hurt. I'm not a lesbian. I don't like women. I just genuinely don't fucking like men. I don't know if it's due to the fact that the species of men that are out there right now are just not hitting on shit, but I just get so irritated when a man even speaks to me. Like, why the fuck are you talking to me? Why are you looking at me?
I think we need to come to a proper conclusion of what decentering men means, because there's a lot of women that claim to have decentered men, but their Instagram stories are filled with quotes about how they will not tolerate certain treatments, how a man needs to act, and what they expect from a man. I've come to the conclusion that decentering men is not an actual thing, because the only time you ever hear it being spoken is when women are held accountable for the way that they think and the way that they behave in relationships. It's always used as a defense mechanism when conversations about accountability are brought to the table. Valentine's Day is around the corner and nobody's trying to decenter men, because now you can actually benefit something. The only time women are ever interested in decentering men is when the conversation doesn't benefit them anymore. But when they're about to gain something from men, the decentralization of men goes out the window. Now it's Valentine's Day, everybody wants to show off, everyone wants a man, quotes are flying on Instagram stories. If we're going to decenter men, let's do it across the board. Let's not pick and choose when it suits us. Otherwise, the decentering men term is completely useless.
We're reaching a turning point in society in which women are decentering men and literally don't want men, but men need women. And men need women because community and genuine connections are lacking in their life. Specifically regarding bro code, it tends to be very performative. Young boys tend to trauma bond with other young boys, and these bonds are usually performative. There's a combination of coercion, manipulation, toxic masculinity, because their bonds are based out of fear rather than mutual respect, consideration, unconditional love, and loyalty. And if you do something that pisses off the pack, you're then exiled, therefore vulnerable. And already their empathy and emotional intelligence is already stunted. Some men don't even like their friends, but they continue to be friends because they think the longevity of a relationship is loyalty. And people need people. What usually ends up happening is that men...
As a woman, the most evolved version of yourself has decentered men. Your best self is similar to your child self. That version of you was not hurt, was not traumatized, came into this world smiling, kicking, loving, wanted to explore, wanted to see what arts and crafts could do, had an imagination that was taking you on a journey around the world constantly. Where in your childhood self, where in your adolescent, just baby self, discovering the world, were you thinking about men? Boys are bad. Boys are... You knew what the truth was as a little girl. You were too busy playing with Barbies, playing with animals, learning yourself, exploring. You know, for me, I was playing basketball. I wanted to do gymnastics. It said I was too fat to do gymnastics. I was just living life. We did not have time for boys. But somewhere in the patriarchy, they convince us that without a man, we are just about to turn to dust and shrivel up and be like a little witch and cat lady, dog lady. Let them think that. The funny part is that's actually when you become the most magnetic, because men can pick up on your energy and they'll be like, damn, she don't even want me. I want her even more. I want her. She don't want me. She too busy changing the world. Wow. How inspiring. How beautiful. Those are the women that they want, not the pygmishas, not the ones that are willing to cook, clean, do everything under the sun. They want women who have decentered them because they know their power, and men know that is a queen. That's a woman he doesn't have to worry about cheating on him. That's a woman that he knows her worth, and there's nothing sexier than that.
Stop decentering men and start centering your hatred for them. Every morning when you wake up, I want you to think, how can I ruin a man's day? How can I gaslight, manipulate, disadvantage a man in my life? Bonus points if they are happy, if they are financially stable, they're really at a good place in their life. How can I center my day to derail that man from his goals and his dreams and going to bed with a smile on his face? This message isn't for everyone. Today, start.
A man asking me to marry him would be the largest insult to my life. I would be highly insulted if a man asked me to marry him. Like, you met me and talked to me and got to know me and thought that you would choose me as the person you want to cheat on for the rest of your life. It was given that I could be the person to cook for you and clean for you and give you in-house punani all the time. You mean to tell me it was given I'll just let you do whatever the fuck you want and not say anything about it? That's what it was giving? I would be flabbergasted. I would be so insulted if a man asked me to marry him, because essentially that is what a man is asking you to do when he's asking you to marry him. He's really getting down on one knee and he's like, I want you to be my wife. AKA, I want you to be the woman that I choose to do my humiliation ritual on, so I can cheat on you. I can potentially abuse you. I can switch up on you.
So decentering men is a thing now. And I'm torn, to be honest with you. I'm really, really torn with this. I mean, I know where my position stands, but I'm torn. And the reason why I'm torn is because the beautiful thing about social media is that it gives you an inside look into what people think. Like, you get to see who people really are, and you get to see, it's easy for them to express their thoughts. Because I think some of the things that people say on social media, they are more likely not to express the very same thing in person. So social media gives people the luxury of seeing whatever it is that they want to do, or whatever it is that they feel, and to give their true thoughts on things. So to listen to somebody's chick say, I genuinely don't like men, which is fine. Listen, if you really feel that way, it's cool. It's an advantage for the next man who may be looking at you, or for a smart man who may be looking to court you, but decide to go on your social media and search who you are, so that you can learn exactly what you're dealing with. I don't think it's cool for a man to say I hate women. I don't think it's cool for a woman to say I hate men, because if you truly believe that you don't need a woman or you don't need a man, then you are truly a fool. It has never been a time in history, currently, or even in the future, where we're never going to need each other. To some capacity, be it a relationship, work, whatever, men and women are always going to need each other. So for you to sit there and boldly say that I hate men, it's insane to me. I mean, it's cool because now, as a man, you get to see exactly what you're dealing with, like I said. And the other thing that was key to what one of the women said was that no one has ever did anything to her, because a lot of times women hide behind, men did this to me. So it's great to hear at least her saying that, no one has ever done nothing to her, but she still hates me. And please excuse my voice because I have a cold. But it's insane, bro. It's absolutely insane. Because if a man was doing the very same thing, or men were going on TikTok, they would be doxxed and cancelled. And they would be insulted, be called all kinds of names, and say he must be gay because he doesn't like women. But it's cool for you, because I think it's borderline hateful to say some of the things that they keep saying. Until they get to a point where they act on their own words. They start to plot and plan. Funny enough, I was actually, the other day I was on X, and I was watching this other post, and I think it was a woman. It was a woman who posted this post, and they were saying that, women should start a movement where they start to, purposefully set up men by, falsely accusing them of SA. And say that, listen, after you do the deed with him, don't wash yourself. Just go to the police and report him and say that he did this to you. How insane and dangerous that is. I mean, at some point, when this whole thing, started, you think that these are just conversations. These are just people agreeing about issues. But now this is actually becoming hateful. People are starting to hate each other. There are women accusing men, red pilling men of hating women. Now there are women who coming out and espousing these viewpoints, which is insane. I don't know, man. Let me know what you think. Drop down below to the comments and let me know what your thoughts are. And subscribe to the channel and like the video.